course, in adolescence, when I began to understand that being what I later learned to call lesbian or gay was considered to be antithetical to that community. It was unacceptable. It wasn't even something that anyone really knew how to talk about in the 70s where I was. There were no words. I wouldn't have known how to explain to anyone if I'd wanted to tell them what to say. I just didn't know. But I did know that there was another line there, and that just like the color line, there was something I would now call a gender line, there was something I would now call a sexuality line, and you didn't cross that, and if you did, you got punished. And of course, my experience of how people got punished for crossing lines was pretty dramatic. So I was very frightened, and in that aspect of my life, very isolated from the very people that I had learned those values from and that I had depended on and that I had seen take courageous stands on behalf of other people who were marginalized or oppressed or discriminated against. So I went through this long turmoil about my religious background and the values implicit. And I think in the now 45 years later or so, I would say that I still hold on to some of those basic values, but I don't hold on to them for the reasons that I was taught to. And I'm still proud of my parents and of my siblings, even though it became eventually difficult and in some cases impossible to have personal relationships with some of them. So it's an interesting kind of thing. I can't be sorry about any of that, and I can't be angry about any of that anymore. But there are things that you gain and things that you lose from everybody in your life, I guess.